and the score came up. And the gender-based violence is the most interesting topic. I'm not sure what else to say, but one thing I'm sure is that most of the youth actually feel that this is something that's close to them, and they really want, and they think that they can be the change for these issues as well. The second thing that we saw from working with the youth, that the solutions that they propose, not all of them, but most of them have to do with the norm, the culture. And the way they propose to tackle that norms and cultures is through social media. And I think that reflects to some level how this generation thinks about how to change people's minds or how they receive information. And it is really at the fingertips, and anybody can now make that change. So it's really exciting. And so, okay, so tonight we will hear what the youth, not just Asia Pacific, but from 3 continents, what they think and what they feel and what they propose to end gender-based violence. Tonight we have 4 stories. And because we are borderless, we bring them borderlessly to talk to you today. Let's begin with the first group. And this group consists of 4 people, and they'll tell us about what they learned in the Borderless Youth Forum, how and why gender-based violence is important for them, and what is the idea that they proposed. So, give it away.
Can you see us?
They are here.
4 people.
Alundra Subanda, journalism master student at Stellenbosch University.
Tarifa Shelby, I'm a PhD student at École Polytechnique in France.
Nadar, and I'm currently pursuing a master's degree specialization in international relations at Yale University.
Babalanda Edmond, project manager at the Non-Violence Project Uganda.
4 countries.
I'm from Tunisia.
I'm from Myanmar.
Uganda.
Zimbabwe.
1 idea.
To encourage women to report instances of gender-based violence in a safer way through comprehensive exit plans.
Why does it matter?
56% of women in Uganda from age 15 to 26 have experienced physical violence, which means that more than half of Ugandan women have been abused at work, at school, and at home.
A number of qualitative research studies provide that staff perspective on gender-based violence in Myanmar as a severe human rights concern that affect the life of the carers and women.
22 women are raped in Zimbabwe daily. That translates to almost 1 every single hour of every single day.
In France, an average of 220,000 women experience physical or sexual violence every year at the hands of their current or former partner. In Tunisia, there are 3,000 complaints each month by women who have been exposed to sexual or physical violence.
Gender-based violence is a sort of violation, and it can happen in school or university, and it can lead to stop the capacity of the women and girls. And these are the reasons why gender-based violence is mandatory.
Every day, women in my demographic, women who look like me, face gender-based violence. And so we ask ourselves, am I next? And how do we contribute to future generations never having to ask the question, am I next?
Violence knows no geographical boundaries. It can happen in schools, it can happen in public spaces, it can happen in the workplace, and it's mostly driven by gender. As a woman, as a sister, as a friend, and as a colleague, I can be exposed to this issue on a personal level or through my surroundings, anywhere at any time.
The campaign have called everyone to fight for women's rights, freedom, and dignity. As a man and a human rights activist, my responsibility is to respect women and promote their rights. The failure to address gender-based violence entails a significant cost for the future.
Where does the Borderless Youth Forum come in?
Through the Borderless Youth Forum, I learned that through user research interviews, we can understand the world from the victim's point of view to subsequently design viable solutions and projects.
The Borderless Youth Forum allowed me to create new friendships and strong bonds with change makers from Uganda, Myanmar, and Zimbabwe, provided us with the tools to communicate efficiently, because what matters at the end of the day is our passion and drive for change.
The brainstorming session with my teammates from the Borderless Youth Forum taught me about the importance of diversity of thought. And I learned that design thinking can lead to well-interrogated solutions.
The thing that I learned from Borderless Youth Forum until was surprised, and we experienced about how to conduct the interview to the experts who are currently working in the field of the gender-based violence and otherwise in online learning platform. It's really encouraged us to discuss borderlessly during the forum.
That leads us to where the idea came from.
We interviewed 2 experts who provided us with their insight on this issue. And what they said is quite clear. Gender-based violence is still severely underreported. Shame, social stigma, lack of financial support, there are so many factors which prevent women from reporting what happened to them. Therefore, we believe that a comprehensive exit plan must be created first before subjecting women to legal roles.
What does an exit plan consist of?
Victims of gender-based violence cease to have names and faces and become just another statistic. Through comprehensive exit plans, we intend to rectify that by making sure that an emancipatory process accompanies the legal process through factoring in issues such as the loss of a support system, psychological factors, children, and possible dependence on the abuser.
Therefore, we propose that to make reporting instances of gender-based violence safer for work, a comprehensive and specialized exit plan must be created. A comprehensive exit plan consists of the following: housing structure for victims, securing employment according to the skills of the victim, custody agreement when there are children involved, legal support options for the household proceeding in case they are necessary, placing victims in a community of survivors, which is popularly known as open field, state-sponsored or private psychological support options, and last but not least, state-sponsored or private health care options.
As a format of the exit plan, we will use our smartphone to call the hotline number and make sure that it's a free. We can call freely, and even though we don't have any way to call another contact.
Gender-based violence is a priority to us.
I truly believe in the power of youth in addressing issues such as gender-based violence and many others. We know the world we want to live in. It's a more transparent, inclusive, and sustainable world, and we are willing to challenge and change the status quo and established beliefs in order to create that change. Remember, this is a time for bold measures, and young people will be leaving a mark on this discussion.
The youth around me are proactive about ending gender-based violence. We participate in protest action. We create safe spaces for women to share their stories. We start organizations. We engage different stakeholders, and we use social media to spread our message.
I'm currently engaged in promoting nonviolence. I want to set an example for my fellow men and youth to join the fight against gender-based violence.
As a community engagement, I really want to do further research and want to create more authentic community project that can really have impact and stop the gender-based violence for women and girls.
That's from one team, and what you can notice is that nothing is perfect, right? But at least change is started. And this is what they came up with only 5 hours each day. And the opportunity going forward for them to learn more and take this forward. It doesn't have to be the exact idea that I have proposed, but it's opened the door for them to be more interested and wanted to be part of the change. And this is one idea. So we actually have another idea coming up, and this also talks about gender-based violence, but they talk from another aspect. And they are also talking about how community can engage and help break silence when it comes to gender-based violence. And the format is actually through Zoom. No one has to be in the same room, but they can present the idea. And I think that's all that matters. So can we have them come up? Okay.
Hello and welcome to our side event. We are from the Borderless Youth Forum, and we are going to be speaking about increasing awareness to have gender-based violence within our community. Joining me are my four colleagues whom I partnered with in the Borderless Youth Forum. They can briefly introduce themselves.
Hello, Samantha Bariga, and I'm actually currently living in the Czech Republic, but I am American.
Okay, I'm Polito. I'm Polito Musulukis from Bangladesh. I'm currently working the Rohingya refugee camp.
Okay, and I'm Christopher Elonge from Cameroon, but actually residing in Ghana, Accra.
Okay, and I'm Vicky Mwilama from Kenya. Why did we choose to participate in the Borderless Youth Forum? We chose to participate because we thought that gender-based violence is an issue that is not only common, but is also prevalent, and this is a matter that we want to live actually. We found that 32% of young women in Kenya between ages 18 to 24 have experienced sexual-based violence. We found that 54.2% of married women from age 15 in Bangladesh have experienced intimate partner violence. 24% of ever partnered women between ages 15 to 49 years have also experienced intimate partner violence in Ghana. And in the Czech Republic, we found that 21% of women aged 15 to 49 have experienced intimate partner violence. And so what we found is that there is a problem and there's a challenge when it comes to reporting cases of gender-based violence within our public justice system. And we did not know at first that the laws and the social norms are what limited the reporting of gender-based violence. And with this, we decided that it would be important that we be able to break the silence and be vocal about the loopholes in the public justice system. By this, we would be able to encourage victim reporting, and we would be able to increase understanding between police officers, social workers, and the victims of violence. And so this presentation will briefly be taken us through resolution and stuff.
Yes, and here comes the story of Astrid. Astrid is a real life story that has happened in the world. She's a mom, she's 9 years old, and every time her husband comes back from work or every time that she's taking alcohol, he will most of the time beat her. He will most of the time rape her, even though they are married. He will most of the time force her to do things that she's not really comfortable doing. And sometimes most of those things happen in front of the kids who are witnessing how their parents are beating their mother, how the father is beating the mother. And since she was tired, since she has been beaten, she has been warned several times, she finally decided to go and ask for support to one of her aunts, whose name was Rebecca. But when she went there, Rebecca told her that, do you know, my daughter, even though your husband is beating you and you are not feeling comfortable in your marriage, you should know that all parts of the model of marriage. Life is not an easy journey, life is suffering. And auntie showed her some scars that she also got from the marital life, and she just encouraged her to return to the family. Astrid was desperate. She was rejected, she was misunderstood. The neighbors were not caring about it because it was something normal. She then decided to go at the police station because she thought that the police officers who are there to support those who are being violated, to support the underprivileged who are going to take care of the issue. But sadly enough, when she went to the police to report the case, they realized that her case hasn't been status. The police officer abandoned who documented the case didn't know what to do. At most of the time when the case arrived, what she did was just to ask her to go and negotiate and find to basically nothing has been done. Astrid finally decided to go away and she left the home with her youngest daughter and went to Kuala, the capital of the world. They went there to go and find something new, go and find a new life. But when they got there, considering the fact that she was new in that town, was new around, her parents knew anyone there, she tried to get a job. But After 2 months of working as a caretaker within the hotel, she also comes to realize that one day the hotel manager called her and asked her that as he was helping her, she also had to pay. When she told him that she has nothing to pay with, he said that if you don't have nothing to pay, at least you have your body. She said, she said that many people were still considering women as objects. So finally, she decided to return back to the town. But the difference is that when she came back in town, she realized that there was a new community justice center that had been established community. Basically, she went there to report case and she received social and psychological attention, and she has been advised on how to handle this trauma that she has been through. The community justice center also helps her to learn some income generating activities such as business, and she also comes to realize that she has been empowered to also support other women from this state who were facing gender-based or domestic violence in their home. Basically, what she did is that she was encouraging them to support them. They were taking those cases, documenting them, and taking them to the police officer, into the police station. Now, there have been a partnership to ensure that all the cases that were being documented were effectively followed up the judicial system. The community has to work as partner with religious leaders, with all women and all men in the community. They have been sensitized because they have come to realize that most of the time, many victims avoid getting help because they fear. They are fearing that other men should take them as weak, for doing a responsibility because encouraging them to understand that beating a woman is a sign of weakness, beating a woman is not a sign of being powerful. And that's how progressively they have been able to break silence. So basically, our goal through this community justice center is to stop domestic violence. And since the center has been established, we have noticed that there have been some positive reinforcement in the community. The number of cases that are being reported have seriously increased because the women that are being violated have a free call line that they can call to share their stories. They also have women who are part of the community that they can talk to when they see issue that they are going through. Those women are going to report those cases, not to the men directly, but to the old men who are also working in the community center. And these old men are going to talk to the ones who are actually visiting their wives to encourage them not to continue in that line. And when they are not listening or paying attention to the warning, then those cases are being taken to the justice system where most of those men have been charged. So the number of cases of men who are discharged has increased, and this has raised a sense of fear in the heart of men. They have come to understand that whenever we are beating or violating a woman or girl, we are going to face that by the justice. So the center has also really been able in encouraging athletes and also facilitating the police officers to equip the skills and tools that then be protected to the men on domestic violence issue. Now, there is a fact that we have come to realize. This fact is that decreasing violence against women does require a community-based multi-pronged approach and sustained engagement with multiple stakeholders. The most effective initiatives address underlying risk factors of violence, including social norms regarding gender or activities of violence. And we believe that in order to establish the community center, what we can do is to establish a collaboration agreement between the community center and the police station and to develop information This is a logo of the community justice center that we have developed just to give you an idea of how we are planning to do reporting, advocacy, and lobbying to solve this.
So, how you can take action now is by supporting the local focus groups on combating domestic violence. You can also work with traditional and religious leaders of communities to sensitize, avoid stigmatization, and discrimination of SV victims. Another way would be to organize one community discussion, dialogue, and debate on gender-based violence, gender equality, violence, gender stereotypes, masculinity, and engage men and boys in projects and subjects.
We are saying that one of the things that we talked about is to ensure that youth are at the center of our solution, and so we are saying that we want youth to be community organizers, and in the following ways. Number one, to prioritize paralegal knowledge by equipping young people so that they can be able to understand the issues to do the law and support people. Secondly, young people can be able to form a community. We are advocating for young people to train on issues to do to offer recovery solutions to victims of violence. And finally, we are advocating for young people to be able to be equipped with knowledge on how they can form strategic partnerships and to build bridges between the politicians, the religious institutions, and other groups so that they can be able to find durable solutions that work in supporting victims of violence within communities.
Okay, and there is one other initiative we're planning to take from this particular group. So we're planning to start an online collaboration in a borderless manner to raise awareness against gender-based violence. For that, we'll use Facebook as a medium of communication, and we'll have a page, and we'll manage that page, and we'll organize webinars, talks, or seminars, and we'll invite our circles and the circles of other participants of the Borderless Youth Forum in our webinar, talks, or seminars. And finally, we'll host guests, and we'll take help from other participants and organizers of Borderless Youth Forum. So the purpose of taking this initiative is to ensure youth involvement and to raise their voice against gender-based violence. So since there is a time shortage, I will be ending this presentation, and there is our information. So if anyone wants to contact us, you guys can contact us, or you can just contact us via the organizers of Borderless Youth Forum. But we are not entirely ending our presentation here. We will be leading to a Q&A session. So although we are all from different countries and we are all sitting in different countries right now, we'll be happy to answer your questions in a borderless manner online. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. We at first we told them like really we are interested to hear more about your ideas and what you learned in the forums. And we have 7 minutes for you all to talk. And then because most of them like are really far away, and some of them have to wake up in the middle of the night, like 2 a.m. to try to record this. And so it's also my like 4 a.m. in the morning, so I wasn't there with them. Then I woke up and they said, sorry, we have so much to say. It was like 15 minutes, but we did our best. So I don't want to cut anything. And that's another group's idea. So you have heard from 2 ideas from the second Borderless Youth Forum, where we include different youth from 3 continents. I would like to take you back, and this is going to be quite shorter, to our participants from the first Borderless Youth Forums, and they are still in contact with us. And now here, I wanted them. I mean, I contacted them and asked them to share what they've learned in the Borderless Youth Forum and how they actually brought what brought a spark that they had in the forum to really do something in their real life. So there will be two more ladies talking tonight, and both of them has worked in the same team, and their team has a solution, say a campaign #boy can cry. So I will let I will let you talk, and I will hear about it.
Hi everyone, my name is Yimo from Myanmar. I'm here to share my wonderful experience from the Borderless Youth Forum, especially with the topic gender-based violence. Frankly to say, gender-based violence is everywhere. They exist in various forms, from small issues to bigger cases. To my personal experience, I tried to apply a job after my bachelor's degree with my classmate. He and I have a university major, experience, and social and political knowledge. But to my surprise, the results were very different as I realized my application was rejected to apply. I really don't know why, and I had some rumors about that before myself. And after I figured out about the Borderless forum and with the online forum, I met different people from Asia, whom my teammates are from Thailand, Indonesia, and Myanmar. And their experience and their life experience give us a very wonderful knowledge, which we came across with the idea called Fight and Crime Project. It is ideally described one of the roots of the gender-based violence is because of the toxic masculinity. Currently, I'm in Slovakia. Hopefully, I could share my experience from the forum not only to my community and my country, but also to friends from Asia here in Slovakia, to the Slovak community. With the Yangon University Open Political Society, a university club founded by the students, I have participated to spread the idea behind the gender-based violence in the Federalist Academy event to many young people. Not only for the project itself, but also the idea behind the project. We need more people who have the same thought, same belief. We need more energy. We need more voices, more aspirations to make a bigger move. I cannot do it alone. We need you. I really need you. So that we can make a move not only for the gender-based violence, but also for other violence against itself. Hopefully, our bigger move can make an attention to other people across the world, and also for other governments and other nations. Thank you very much.
So this is Simon and okay, thank you. Yeah, but after she joined us, she after that joined a lot of like events, and she always came back and said, "Oh, I've talked about my project at that event too." And now she got funded by Erasmus Foundation, and she's in Slovakia, and hopefully she can spread more words about these issues. So the last lady is for tonight. She is actually Thai, but she's not in Thailand right now. And when I asked her, she was like, "Yeah, I can share with you how I live each day right now. She's studying, but where? Let's see, where is she now?" right? So she's actually in Japan studying, and she brought the spark of the idea to her university and engaged in the incubation program. And let's see what she did.
Hi guys, now we're at Sophia University. This is where I'm actually studying right now. I'm at visual arts. So I am learning a lot about Okay, so finally we found somewhere to sit and talk. And first of all, I'm really happy to contribute borderlessly to the UN Women Conference. And in order to share my story about how I took my experience from Borderless Youth Forum to move forward into the new project that I'm currently developing. First of all, let's move back a little bit in time. When I was in high school, I actually co-founded a student-led organization called Education for Liberation of Society. It's a social advocacy group that focuses mainly on progressive education and human rights on and off campus. After I handed down the torch to the next Secretary General, I still felt like there was something I could do to actually make the world a better place. That's why I decided to join the first Borderless Youth Forum from abroad, obviously from Japan, and decided to work on the gender-based violence issue. So from the forum, we actually learned that there's one more important factor in men's violence towards women that rarely gets mentioned, and that is toxic masculinity. I and my team came up with a advocacy campaign called Voice and Cry in order to raise awareness regarding toxic masculinity and mental health problems among men. After the Borderless Youth Forum, I took the idea forward in a startup incubator program called Sakai Creator in order to develop an online mental health counseling platform targeted towards international students. Luckily, I won the first place, and I'm still working towards the future steps in developing my plan to reality. So I would also like to talk about the project that I've started very recently. It's called Mindful Empowerment. So what this project aims to do is basically to attract men to become part of the fight for gender equality. With the rise of misogynist so-called men's rights activists, I noticed that it's really important to spread awareness of how gender equality actually benefits everybody, including men, and therefore it shouldn't be viewed that men are losing out in the age of feminism. Within the project, I actually aim to move forward the notion that men are just merely helping women with their different values, but instead we're moving into the new notion that men are also empowering themselves in the process by being emotional and vulnerable, by allowing themselves to seek help when it is needed, and also by freeing themselves from the rigid social expectations that come with the outdated concept around it. I'm really looking forward to having that conversation with you guys very soon. Thank you.
All right, so the sound is not perfect, but she's taking her project and won the competitions in the incubation program for developing a support for mental health in her universities, and also another project working to include men in the fight of inequality. So that was all the talk for tonight, but before we end it, I want to point out 3 important elements that actually made this happen. So when you ask why the Borderless Youth Forum is really a hype and why these youths are still in contact with us and feel the hope, I, with the team, came down to 3 important elements. The first is because of the understanding. Through the Borderless Youth Forum, we provide a space for them to be able to talk to the local experts or resource persons, or even those who are affected by the issues itself. So through building empathy, they feel more and they understand how it feels to face the injustice. And then we also provide a space for them to create together with their team within a limited time. So coming out of, the hard trip together, like they have to do the presentation within 1 hour. And that's make them feel like, oh, it's just in 1 hour and we did this much. If we have more time, we'll do better for sure. So that's kind of feeling, make them feel like quite empowered and they feel more related and they build friendship and that's make them feel closer to each other. And the last and the most important thing is the feeling of belonging. When they hear people talking about the same thing, when they hear people putting out the goal that they go and the goal is actually the same goal, and they know that all of them are working and walking together towards that goal, they feel like they found their tribe. So with 3 elements, they feel empowered. And so what did we hear from all these voices? We do hear the cross generations working together. You hear a lot of time they mention the names of the person they interviewed and the stories of the people that they have heard. So that's taking the knowledge and experience from the previous generations and carry it forward to create change through time. And also we can see that these youth, when they're out there, they're trying to do something. They're in the university to try to spread the words in the university. They, working as a PhD to try to spread the word. So as much as the opportunity provided for them, they're really trying. And so this, hopefully, the Borderless Youth Forum and community can be another platform for helping them to achieve their goals, no matter social or personal. And lastly, this is what we have asked at the end of the youth forum. We asked them what they used to think and what they think now. And these are 3 quotes from their answer. And the first one, I'll read it out to you. The first one is, I used to think that social justice is too complex and too complex to solve as an inexperienced youth like me. But now I think you just have to be in the right tribe who dare to take action. The second opinion said, I used to think perpetrator of injustice needs to be punished. But now I think the perpetrator still needs to be punished, but they also need redemption. And the last one said, I used to think collaboration is difficult without physical meetings. But now I think with the right tools, productive cross-border collaborations is possible. So what we hear from this, a shift in mindset. And it's the shift in mindset that we really hope that the Borderless Youth Forum achieve, and it did achieve, because we believe that the feelings of, oh yeah, we can do it, that shift will take them so far. No matter they're youth today, but in the future, no matter where they go, we hope that they would take this feeling with them and create change. And once more, before we end this, we cannot really not hear from this person. And he'll come and talk a little bit about what he sees going forward with the forum. Glenn Fajardo from America.
Thanks, Cam. And hello from San Francisco. Through the first 2 Borderless Youth Forums in 2019, we've started to show what's possible in global youth collaboration on justice issues. But this is just the beginning. What's next? After experiencing what it was like to work borderlessly, participants were hungry for more. How can we foster more useful connections? How can we get more in depth with each other? How can we work on concrete projects that lead to impact on the ground? What if we could get different perspectives from different areas to get to specific solutions in specific areas? We are reaching beyond forums. We are developing ways for youth to interact with each other on a regular basis on justice issues. Here are 3 things we are exploring now: connecting conversations, online seminars, and a Borderless Academy for Justice Innovation. In connecting conversations, we curate one-on-one conversations between youth participants based on mutual interests and potential for them to help each other. We also provide a conversation guide for an initial 30-minute conversation. With online seminars, we are looking at having a regular series of speakers and/or panels where youth can learn from others who are working on justice issues. This could happen on a bi-monthly or monthly basis. And the Borderless Academy for Justice Innovation is a big idea. It would be a 6 to 10 week program where selected participants work on justice innovation projects together with coaching and instruction from myself and others. It's like an online fellowship program, academy cycle. Teams from a cohort would present to UN stakeholders for potential pathways to involve or support these efforts. Please talk with AMP after the session or contact me at glenn.lombardo@gmail.com. Thanks for your time. Back to you.
Okay, thank you. Wow, that's a lot of collaboration across border. Anyway, so that's it. And I think we passed the time a little bit. Thank you everyone for being here.
So a big round of applause for the presentation. I think because we're short of time, I mean, we can basically accommodate a few questions or comments. I mean, towards the end, I mean, is there anyone that would love to ask a question or give comments, please? Oh, at the back. Hi. Can you introduce yourself?
We asking question.
Hi, evening. I'm Mike Navarro from the Philippines. I'm a journalist from JCM, but I also practice for a bit as a lawyer. I'm just curious, how do you deal with issues about differences in the legal system? As you know, there are jurisdictions that follow common law, there are also that follow civil law, and also differences in terms of the laws within the countries of the participants. Do you acknowledge the differences in trying to come up with solutions?
You want to collect question for me?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for the question. Do we want to how do we collect?
Sure. We rarely collect all the questions and we address it at the end. Please.
Hi, I'm Shivani from Pakistan, Global Lead Task Force member. I want to know how you ensuring the Borderless Youth for Sustainability to achieve SDGs.
All right. Okay, we have two questions.
Okay. Go back to the differences between legal systems, right? In the Borderless Youth Forum, what we really emphasize on is human experience. So we actually dig deep into an individual experience. So to have them see how it's viewed. So the legal, different legal systems here is actually part of the information, but it's not the focus that we wanted to tackle, like put one solutions and that solve every problem. But we wanted them to, start thinking about how it feels when the injustice is happening, and also pointing out that there is differences in the way that they deal with things. So different legal system is actually open up an opportunity for different youths from different regions to see what might be a better way or a better framework to address the issues. Because with one system, the problem might be one, but with another system, the problem might be another. And at the end of the day, we wanted to arrive at the space where they see that there is no one size fit all, and that there is no right or wrong at the end of the day. It's more like, what do you prefer and what is best for that context. So it's still in a very individual level, and we're yet to talk about the complication comparatively, but we hope that we can get there in the future as well. Sure. And to ensure the sustainable, so being the SDGs, right? The issues that we've selected here, mostly we selected from the realms of the SDGs, especially Goal 16 that the TIGS is working on, and also the gender-based balance itself is part of the SDG. So most of the issues that we'll be selecting is going to be from the SDGs. But to mention a little bit forward for the sustainability of the forum itself, we are not thinking about hosting this every year, like not the same new batch coming in and then having just 2 days to work together in a part way. But this is just the beginning, so we want to try to make sure that we test the assumption that technology can actually address needs that connect youth together. And then going forward, we're still exploring, like, how can we improve the experience, and how can we bring the idea forward, and how can we help each of the youth learn together. So the ideas of having the academy is just one of the ideas after Glenn has been interviewing the participants of their experience and what they need in terms of their priorities in life, and in terms of the social impact as well. So it's all about testing, and we will see how it's going. And I don't think we're gonna keep doing the same thing. It probably change depending on the context, depending on the needs. So we'll see how it goes.
You want to have anything to add?
All right, I think. I just have more comments.
I just had a comment. First of all, I'm Sandra and I'm representing Australia on the Global Youth Task Force. First of all, I really did want to thank you, Doctor, for your comment regarding changing the norms requires a shift in human value system, which doesn't happen overnight. This is why we must start with the youth. That essentially exemplifies everything and more that the Youth Task Force is. So thank you so much for that comment. I've shared it with the team back home and everyone's loving it. I as well wanted to thank you guys so much because something that we've struggled with in the Youth Task Force is definitely the digital divide within connected youth across the world. So to see so many young people across the world having the chance to utilize their voice to the fullest extent is absolutely phenomenal, and this is everything that the Youth Task Force embodies. So once again, this has been an incredible event, and thank you for having a youth event. We can finally resonate with something that's been going on in the past few days. So one more time, thank you.
Thank you for being here and comments.
First of all, my name is Montira. I'm Regional Communication Specialist at UN Women. In fact, I really have to extend my most humble thanks to TIJ for accepting to come and showcase your TIJ UNODC Youth Forum 2019. In fact, I have this idea of boldly presenting this to Dr. Kittipong and the Youth Borderless Forum when I was a student at Rose 3 program. And I saw we really have to, like us, like an elderly generation, we really have to extend a platform so that this can grow in a multiple effect. And I think you're using this platform of the regional commemoration for the Beijing Platform of Action to advance gender equality. You mentioned about digital divide. In fact, it's not. For me, we were thinking about, in the old days, we're thinking musical notes is a common language. Mathematics is a common language. But technology nowadays doesn't divide. Technology binds us all together. I think technology nowadays has changed it into an enabling facet to glue us all together. Youth is not a part of the solution. Youth is the solution. So I'd like to congratulate TIJ. Yes, I'd like to congratulate TIJ for making this happen, and all of my counterparts of role 1, 2, 3 for being here, and everyone across the border. I don't know how you do it. UN can't do it. You can't connect to New York. We've forgotten Pacific. You can't connect to Pacific. New York is forgotten. I don't know how you manage to do it. The UN is not nocturnal people. We don't stay up late. We're too old. The world needs to change. Youth is the solution.
All right. Thank you very much. I think today we really share our experiment
and with a welcoming arm to invite you to take our initiation forward. So perhaps, I think if you see that it's fit to your work, I think we are willing to share that. And perhaps if you can build on it and do it better than we did. I think this is something that we will love to see you guys share it back to the world. And we love for that to happen because after all, in order to make that, we need the collaboration from everyone, regardless of the generations. And because the future is not only in our hands, but in joining hands with the people who will carry it on. So to that conclusion, I would like to say thank you very much for your attention, and you have a good evening. Thank you.
Dab. They want to see Dab. You know Dab, Borderless Dab. Yay!
Yeah,
that's the Dab. All right, that's it for tonight. I can actually walk you to the booth if you guys still have time. Okay. I'm gonna take them up to the exhibition booth. Alright, so I'll take ขอคอมพิวเตอร์พี่ต้นไปก่อนนะ Well, okay. So if it's gone, then it means Wi-Fi is not connected well. But I'll try.
Okay.
If it's gone, then it means I'll send the picture.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So let's see. I'll walk with this pointing not into my face, but outside, so you can see the UN. Okay. Okay, it's late. I think people is finishing up. We're gonna go one step up. Yeah.มืดหน่อยไหมคะมืดไหม Okay, we getting up the elevator. This is exciting. Wow, it's very dark right now. Okay, if you can see, I don't know if you can see. Can you see the booth? ยังไม่มีตรงไหนวะหาไม่เจอ Wait, let me change the video to the camera. So it looks like this. Is that change starts here? And then so we have this in the middle and have like I don't know, like a web. And in the web we have codes from different youth. And we also feature the projects. This is Boy Can Cry. And we have a presentation here in like QR code. We also have this, safety at the exit. Yeah. And also the community report center, all here. Yeah, so that was it. Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, I think that's it. And a lot of people from the UN actually said like they are looking for great ideas. So, you know, keep up the good work, and we keep connected, and we'll see how can we bring the actions going forward. Thank you so much for, you know, making this possible, and thank you for being with us. Truly borderless, and I think that's impressive. All right, I'm not sure how like what time is it in your place. Hope it's not too late. I'll say goodbye now, and we'll meet again soon.
Yeah. Bye.
Borderless high five. 3, 2, 1. Yay! Bye bye.
Bye, guys. See you later.